Hey folks, Stephen Robinson here with Working Class Hunter. Let's talk about camera arms. Now I've been filming my hunts for over 10 years, and for the first few years I really struggled to find a camera arm that fit my needs. Either they had a really big heavy base that you had to carry in every time, or if you tried to level up in a tree that was not really straight, a lot of times you couldn't get your camera to actually level up. So it's about 5 years ago that I stumbled across Fourth Arrow camera arms, and I made my first purchase from them, and I've been using their products ever since. I thought I'd take just a minute to kind of highlight what they have to offer. So let's talk about this right here. This is the first camera arm that I purchased, and it is called the Stiff Arm Pro. It is their biggest, heaviest, beefiest camera arm. It's going to hold a camera up to 18 pounds, and it's got a 42-inch reach. So if you're running a big professional camera rig, this is the one that you would want. The camera arm that you see up here is their Carbon Arm 3.0, and it is made out of carbon fiber. It's got a 41-inch reach. It's going to hold a camera up to 8 pounds. This camera that I run right here, it holds that no problem. It's just absolutely perfect. Great thing about the carbon fiber is obviously it's a little bit lighter than a metal arm, but it's also a little quieter. So if you were to accidentally bump it in the stand, it doesn't make quite as much of a sound. In addition to the ones that I don't have here, would be the stiff arm, and that is a round metal arm. It's going to have a 38-inch reach, and it's rated up to 10 pounds. There's a triple arm that is basically built the same as the stiff arm, but it has 2 pivot points to give you an extra pivot around so you can get around a tree, or you can get it behind you a little bit easier. That one is rated at 10 pounds also, and it's got a 40-inch reach. And then they have another one that's a little bit different than the rest of these, that would be the Elite. It's a metal arm, just similar to the stiff arm. It's a little longer. It's got a 42-inch reach, just like this Stiff Arm Pro does, but instead of the normal mount to the shoulder here, it has a dovetail, a piece that dovetails into the shoulder, kind of gives you a little bit more stability there. I also want to talk just a little bit about how Fourth Arrow innovates over time. Again, they've been building camera arms for about 5 years, and in that 5 years I've just watched them grow as a company and really provide products that are better. Every single year they come out with something that's better than what they had before, and what they had before was already better than everything else on the market. So just kind of wanted to show you some of the evolution that they've got here. So what we're looking at right here was the kind of the original base for the Stiff Arm Pro. The standard base was very similar, it was just a little bit thinner metal. And what you can see there is the shoulder slips down and it's above everything here. Well, they came out with a 2.0 base, and with the 2.0 base what they did was they basically flipped everything upside down, and they created a bridge to go across here to attach the shoulder onto the base. It has a little keyway here that it sticks right into, and that really helps with some of that flexibility in the arm, keeps that from, you know, allowing it to flex as much. So that was a really nice innovation. What I'm really excited to talk to you about is what they came out with this year in 2020. It's their new 3.0 base, okay? And I'll get out of the way here and I'll let you see it. So this is the 3.0 base. Totally redesigned everything on the system. No longer do you have a multi-piece base. It's now one single piece of metal, stamped out of like 3/16" steel. The shoulder is completely redesigned. And the number one complaint that everybody that used a Fourth Arrow camera arm would say would be the fact that you needed a tool to tighten up the shoulder when you leveled it. Well, they've totally taken that out, and it's a toolless design. So now you just have this knob on the side, just need to turn it, and now you can flex it however you need right there. All right, so it's one thing to innovate, but what they're also doing as they innovate, they're trying to make everything as backwards compatible as possible. So if I want to use a camera arm that I already have, no problem. It fits. If I'm already invested with a ton of these 2.0 bases, guess what? They've got you covered. They actually have a 2.0 to 3.0 base conversion kit, relatively cheap, that you can order. So if you've got 10 or 15 of these in a tree, you just order those conversion kits, take these down, take them apart, replace the pieces that need replaced, put them back in the tree, and now it's going to accept this 3.0 shoulder. So let's take just a second here. and show you this shoulder up close. Oops, I didn't do that. Okay, so here's what we have. Totally redesigned. Again, toolless design, easy to level. So like I said, it's just an absolute amazing evolution from the beginning of Fourth Arrow to what we're getting today. Again, it was already the best product on the market, bar none. But they continue to innovate and continue to give us products that are lighter, smaller, more compact, and easier to use. So if you're in the market for camera arms or you're just starting out, wanting to film your hunts, please go check out Fourth Arrow Camera Arms. They'll have a camera arm that fits your needs, I guarantee it.